What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. I want to give you my quick opinion on these golden goals because everyone's asking me what's the best system for how they should do this, and I think compared to last year, this is miles ahead. Last year was an absolute shambles because everyone was relegating themselves. This year, I think it's more fun. We'll get onto the golden goal aspect first, but in my opinion, how they should have done matchmaking. Everyone in Division 1, they should have had a trickle down tier system. So basically everyone in Division 1, you only play players from Division 1 to Division 3. Now you can argue if you're in Division 3 it's not fair, but truthfully speaking, if you're in Division 3, most people are going to relegate themselves anyway, number one. And number two, more important, is more players in Division 3 than Division 2 and 1 alone. But the way the trickle down system will work is if you're in Division 1, you play Division 1 to 3. If you're in Division 3, for example, you play from Division 3 to 4 to 2. And that way it gives you a good system. Maybe they can find a better way of doing it. Maybe you just go 2 below you max. Maybe you have it like, for example, Division 1 goes to Division 3. But if you're in Division 8, you only can play Division 8 in your division or Division 9 at the very most. I think that's a very, very good system because that way there's still that skill-based matchmaking thing. So EA you can argue people who pay money, they feel like they get a benefit for it, but otherwise most of us who haven't got time to play the game, we got these cheap, very, very terrible squads. You know, I'm very fortunate because I can afford the players, because obviously don't forget I got decently high finishes, but if you haven't got the money, it's extremely hard to get those finishes, and that's what's very, very hard. So it's understandable that, don't forget, we are in the small minority. The masses have like 100k 50k teams. It's not really fair for them, and that is if only they take untradeable. So I think a trickle down system would have been really, really good. At the end of the day, even if you're on Division 3, the chance you face a Division 1 player is comparatively low than being in Division 3 and, you know, actually facing just Division 2 players or Division 1. So I think that's completely fine on that point. Maybe as you go down, maybe the way the divisions are, they're limited. The truth is people are going to relegate themselves. Most people are relegated anyway before they even announce a new method. So it doesn't make a difference, and then the people are going to relegate no matter what. But I think this way you can avoid the relegation thing, because in Rivals, people are relegating anyway because you're like, you know what, better rewards in Division 2, Division 1. I'm in Division 1, I don't play Division 1, I get silver every week. It's a complete sweat. That's what I think it should. That's the first thing I think. So I think they've done good. The second thing is this golden goal thing. I think it's a fantastic idea. Now this is important. I'm not a streamer. I'm a content creator, so I spend most of my time on editing. I spend 18-20 hours doing editing software. I don't even get time to play the game that much. If I'm lucky, maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day. Very recently for the icon swaps, I've made some time because I start streaming at 1 PM now. 1 PM on twitch.tv/NealGuides, link will be down below in the description. But I start streaming at 1 PM. That's the only reason why I can do it. Otherwise, before I never allocated time to do it. I think it's a good idea. You know, you get them done very, very quickly and very, very fast. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a perfect system. You know, if you're like a streamer, or let's say for example you're younger and you don't have school or you have a lot of time, then it's completely fine. You know, you might have ages of time to spend to play the game the way you want. But most of us, if you're working or you have work or you have school, or maybe not school, but let's say you have work, because you're going to work at 7 o'clock, you're coming back home by 8, 9. You haven't got 6 hours to play. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. You got foot champs to play, and you got weak icon swaps and rivals. You don't have time. So that's the most important thing. Yes, people like content creators and streamers have time. Some content creators anyway. For those that mainly just streamers, but most people don't. So golden goal is a fantastic idea. People are complaining about it now. If you want to go into a game and let's say, so go for the golden goal, as you can see on the top left hand, my name, as you can see, golden goal over there. Basically, the idea is I go into a game, I score a goal first. If I get that goal, I pause the game, my opponent leaves, he leaves. If he scores first, I leave. Now, sometimes people won't leave. Not everyone has golden goals. You can see this guy's got so good. Not everyone's got golden goal in their name. Now, that is completely fine. I'm not saying that you have to leave. In fact, if you want to play 90 minutes, be my guest. I mean, I don't really want to play 90 minutes, especially with a weak team. It's not really what I want to do, but if you want to do it, by all means be my guest. That's not the issue. The bigger issue, I think, is like, you know, if you're playing against someone and he's passing the ball backwards and he's parking the bus. Now these icon swaps, I think they're meant to be somewhat fun. They're meant to be a break from rivals. This is the reason why they separated an entire entity as a different friendlies game mode. That idea is perfect. I think the way they split it up is very, very good. But I think you can't stop it. I mean, no one's holding a gun to your head saying, look, you know what, you have to play a certain way, you have to play golden goal. That's fine. But if you want to play the game properly. Don't just pass the ball around or be salty, or get your controller and put like a rubber band here and the controller keeps moving. I think that's what's pathetic. I think honestly that's just it's what's the point? And I think that's the thing. So in my opinion, golden goal, whether you like it or not, if my opponent doesn't want to do golden goal, most of the time I just leave. That's it. There's nothing wrong. If I score a goal first, he doesn't leave, I'll pause the game. If I score another goal, I'll pause the game. Normally he would leave. If he doesn't leave, I'll just quit myself, because if I quit in that 30 minutes, I can play probably 3 games and probably win at least 2 of them, as opposed to actually going into and playing like, one full game or 90 minutes. As I said, it's about time. Most of my viewers, you guys, you're probably in your 30s, 40s, you got kids, family, you ain't got time to play this many hours on a game. But that's my opinion on golden goal. So golden goal, I think, is a fantastic idea. I think everyone who wants to use golden goal should put golden goal or first goal wins, whatever, on their squad name. That way people do know. But if you don't want to play that way, I don't think you should be forced. Don't get this mistaken. There was this kind of this idea that I was forcing people to play that way. Absolutely not. I was more frustrated with an individual that decided to just pass the ball around and park the bus. If you're 2-0 down and you're passing the ball around and parking the bus, what's the point of doing icon swaps? I really don't understand. If you want to do that, just go play rivals. But that is my take. Of course, people are still going to do that regardless, but that is just my take. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. That's just kind of my general opinion on, I suppose people ask me just my general opinion on it. That's my opinion on golden goal. I think, again, it's a fantastic idea. One thing that I would say maybe next time is that trickle down system would be a better system. That way at least you can have fun, because I think if you're in Division 1, I don't want to be playing Division 1 players the entire time. And if all Division 1 players that want to play casually, they go to Division 2, then Division 2 they struggle, and it ends up messing up the whole system. So that skill-based matchmaking, yes, it isn't ideal, but I think it's the only viable system in place. Last year it was a shambles. I couldn't even do icon swaps last year because, icon swaps last year, it was Division 1. Oh my god, I had 2.3k skill rating, playing with bronze players because I had no untradables. Playing with bronze players against like Hullets, Ronaldos and Silvers. Oh my god, it was an absolute nightmare. But I'm happy I did it this way. You can argue that the swaps are not that good. Last year you had top tier, Roberto Carlos, you had these top tier cards last year on a very low level. Then on a high level you had players like Buchigreño, which was basically endgame. Buchigreño was basically an endgame player. For those that didn't do him, can't believe he didn't do him. But they could have done so many other better icons. But that's just my take on the golden goal thing, just in case you're wondering my opinion on that. But at the end of the day, golden goal, I think it's a good thing, in all honesty. Kind of my idea of the way it should be going. At least that way you got a choice of playing. At least that way it's somewhat fun. But thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Oh, also, just want to quickly say as well, in terms of the icon, the foot swap icons, people have been asking me about this. I've also changed my mind. I think realistically, if you're going to go for the icon swaps 89 plus, I think you're worth just taking your luck. I was talking about this in the video, the 89 plus thing. I think there isn't that many icons that are above 89. I'll be honest, if you're going all the way, just take your chances. I mean, there's a good chance you can pack someone very much usable here, and pretty much someone that's unusable. But I would say the mass majority of the cards here, I would say the mass majority are definitely usable. There's only like maybe a few of them that I can hand pick that are not. So I would say definitely just maybe even try your luck. That's what I would say for the 89. Otherwise, that Suka card, I think is the best card to get. Maybe you can argue because his price has gone down, you can just buy him instead. So that's what I would say is if you're going all the way, then maybe just go for the 89 plus. If not, what I would say is just go get the pack, save them for team of the year, and use them there. I think you're pretty much fine with that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Excuse me, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.